All right, today we're tackling something really important, especially if you're in the heart of the Philippines industrial scene. We're zeroing in on one of the most critical economic regions in the country and the immense challenge and, frankly, the opportunity it's facing right now. And look, we mean that literally. If your company is in Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, or Quezon, yeah, you're going to want to stick around for this. We're talking about a real strategic edge here, so let's just get right into it. So what's happening in CALABARZON right now? Well, it's really a story about a massive conflict, a paradox that's at the very heart of what the region is. And this right here, this pretty much says it all. You've got this incredible engine, right? The manufacturing heartbeat of the entire country. But at the same time, it's an area that's under enormous environmental stress. And here's the kicker. These two things aren't happening in separate worlds. They're totally connected. Okay, so let's really dig into that. What does environmentally stressed actually mean when you're on the ground there? This isn't just some vague idea, right? It's like looking at a balance sheet, but for the environment, and the liabilities are piling up. And again, this stuff is not abstract. We are talking about very real water shortages hitting economic zones. We're talking about air quality that's constantly being pushed to its limits, a huge problem with just managing waste. It's a textbook case of the hidden costs that come with all that industrial power, a massive strain on the very resources that keep the engine running. Okay, so let's bring this home. Why should you, as a business leader, care about any of this? Because these environmental problems, they're not just green issues anymore, not by a long shot. They've morphed into straight-up, serious business risks. And let's be really clear here. This isn't about feeling good or corporate charity. This is about your bottom line. It's about whether your business can keep its doors open. So how, exactly, do these environmental pressures hit your profit and loss? Okay, let's draw a straight line from one to the other. You see regional pollution, that translates to regulatory crackdowns from the government. You see water scarcity, that can mean your production line literally stops. And this is a big one. Your clients, especially the international ones, they have these strict ESG, that's environmental, social, and governance standards now. If you don't meet them, you're out. You lose the contract. And believe me, this isn't some far-off prediction. It is happening right now. Deals are falling through because of this stuff. So, all of this, it brings us to a real fork in the road. If you're a business leader in CALABARZON, you're facing a fundamental choice. A choice that will absolutely shape the future of your company. Basically, you've got two paths in front of you. Path number one, that's the path of inaction. You just react. You handle regulations as they pop up, manage crises when they hit. You're basically in survival mode. But then there's path number two, the path of sustainability leadership. This is the proactive route. This is where you actually turn these huge risks into a massive competitive advantage. You don't just play in the market, you start to define where it's going. All right, so we've laid it all out, the problem, the risks, and the choice you have to make. So now, the last question? Well, that one's for you. You know, this really is the core message from all the material we've looked at today, and man, is it powerful. Leading on sustainability is not a nice-to-have feature anymore. It's the thing that will determine who wins in the next decade. So the real question isn't if someone is going to lead the way. The question is it going to be you? So if that question really hits home for you and you're starting to think about what that leadership could look like, a really great next step is to check out Sustain PH Studio. They put out daily, practical tips that are made specifically for businesses operating right here in the Philippines. Thanks for tuning in.